I wanted my own Vibe Merchant T-shirt.
All right. Okay.
So I made one.
You spelled it wrong originally. Is that what I think?
Welcome back to the ZHZ Podcast. I'm Zach, as always, and I'm here with my co-host, Matt. How's it going, dude?
You know me, Z, living the dream, baby. Today we've got a special treat for everyone. Tyler Kuzler and the band Vibe Merchant are finally joining us.
That's right. After a couple of reschedules, we're so excited to finally have them on the show. Vibe Merchant is making waves with a fresh mix of reggae, hip-hop, and rock.
We're going to dive into their story, their creative process, and what's next for them. Trust us, it's worth the wait.
Let's get into it and hear what Vibe Merchant has to share. Stick around. It's going to be a great episode. Tyler, how do you pronounce your last name? Is it Kuzler or Kusler or Hausler? Man, I messed that up on all of the intro promo. Counselor.
My whole life, man. No worries. So you're good.
Tyler C.
TC.
Yeah. So
we'll record a correction to edit in. Correction, or we'll do a really obvious voiceover on edit over the top. Tonight we're joined by Tyler Counselor. Counselor. Or I'll do yours and you do mine.
Yeah. All right. So welcome to the ZHZ Podcast. We have Vibe Merchant with us today. Finally, man.
Yes.
What's up, fellas? How are you?
We're good. Hey, chill. We see y'all. We're all sweaty.
We caught you right after rehearsal tonight. Is that right?
Yeah, we're all sweaty right now. So yeah.
All right, man, perfect. You're all slutty right now.
So just to give the audience an idea, like, go ahead and tell me your guys' names, starting with Mick, and then or Tyler, whoever's there.
Go.
My name is Miklos.
And what do you play? Mick?
Play lead guitar in this band.
Mick, where are you from?
I'm from Scotland.
Yeah.
Over here when I was a wee lad, so I lost my outfit again.
He's got it down. Yeah, that's great.
Man.
And then we have Tyler Counselor.
Yep.
Lead singer and rhythm guitar, I guess.
Guitar player, lead singer. Yep.
Nice. And then sitting next to him is Lance Jacobs.
Yep. I play drums for the band.
Yep. And I've known Lance for a long time when we were kids, getting in trouble together. And then you guys got a new member, bass player. What? Jamal, right?
Jamil, yeah.
Jamil.
Yeah, I grew up born in Liverpool, England.
You're from Ohio?
We got some Europeans up in here.
Ohio and Scotland.
Well, no, Liverpool.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. That works.
Oh,
my bad.
Ohio, it's so exotic. Ohio, baby.
Ohio.
Hey, Zach. I noticed you're rocking a slick Vibe Merchants T-shirt, rocking that gear.
I am, man. Proud of it, dude.
Funny story. A couple of years ago now, Who was playing a show at Kamikaze's in Ogden with Vibe Merchant. They didn't have my circus tent size in stock, but I paid them for a shirt anyway. And I'm still waiting. But I got a little jealous, so I did a little bit of work, and I hope this will meet your approval here, guys, because I'm pretty proud of it. And so I wanted my own Vibe Merchant T-shirt.
All right, okay.
So I made one.
You spelled it wrong originally. Is that what I think?
Yeah. So it was a Sharpie, man. You can't erase Sharpie, so I had to.
That's the new age vibe, kind of modern hip hop stuff there. That's
right. That's too funny.
Love it.
So there you go, fellas. I have a one of a kind, and once you guys are packing out arenas, I'll tell you what, you're welcome to auction it off, and I'll only take most of the proceeds.
Done it. Deal.
Fair, right?
Nah, man, we got you the shirt. We got you the shirt for sure.
Righteous,
Nice.
man.
You guys are, for those that don't know, you're based out of northern Utah, and you guys are like a rock reggae fusion band. If I'm not along the lines of 311, Slightly Stupid, Stick Figure. Is that a good accurate description?
Yeah, I mean, we got Sublime influences, obviously, 311, got a good vibe there, Stick Figure. Kind of a blend of all those. I mean, what else do you guys think? Who else?
Actually, I thought Slightly Stupid when I first got
him. Slightly Stupid.
He looks like Kyle, but he sounds like Miles.
There you go.
So speaking of 311, is that where you guys pulled your name?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, definitely. So there's a song.
Brodels.
Lyric. Yep. Brodels. Yep. Positive vibe merchant in there, and then
Yeah. All right.
Nice.
Because
That's what we thought, but I didn't. Nice.
I get Brodels stuck in my head every time I hear your band name, man.
oh yeah, props to you guys knowing that. That's awesome.
And then you recently acquired Jamil, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How long have you been playing with Vibe Merchant?
Whoa. Months. 6 months.
6 months. Okay. All right. Have you done any gigs yet?
Yeah. Together.
Nice. Cool. Well, you guys seem like a great bunch already. Like you can tell, you guys spend a lot of time together.
Yeah, we like to get together, have some horsing around, some music, and yeah.
Well, and I know you guys do a lot of show. Like when some of the big bands come, you guys go together because Lance will send me pictures. Like look where you're not, dude. Check this out, bro. Don't be hating.
Tomorrow we're doing that. Actually, we're going to the elevators. So
Nice. Yes.
fun. Yeah.
Nice. I actually saw them a couple years ago. It was I think Bumpin' Ugly's open for them. Yeah, it was a killer show. So you guys, how long you guys been together?
Shit. Started in like 2020. Well, yeah, as a group, started in like 2020 area. So yeah.
I didn't join until like 22.
Yeah. Then Mick came in later. Was it 2021? I have no. I'm so bad with time frames. It was around that time. 2020, end of 2020, maybe start of 2021.
Okay,
Kinda
so
time-
21,
Nick
22,
in, so-
whatever it takes.
yeah, about 5 years now. So yeah.
So did it start with like maybe you and then you and Lance kind of got together and then pulled Mick later on?
I
And
mean, these songs that we're currently playing right now are really a collection of like songs that I've written from the last like 10 years.
I know the
kind of
feeling.
Solo. Yeah. Just kind of like a solo artist, and then kind of want to do more with it and start playing live. And so I'm like, okay, well, I had a buddy, Brody, who you guys know was in the band before.
Right.
Me and him kind of started the process there, and he kind of started making more of a group out of it. Then brought Lance in. I just saw a video of Lance one time, like playing what was it, the county fest? Yeah, I was playing with a country county fair at the Weber County Fair. That's right. Yeah.
Nice. When was that?
I know Lance. It was, I don't know, it was probably 5 years ago. Yeah, it was one of those things where he needed a drummer last minute, and I think I got the call about the gig Tuesday, and we played Friday. So I did
Wow.
a full set in like 4 days.
I bet that was fun.
Yeah, we posted a video of it, and Tyler saw it, and he's like, "Oh, I forgot you played drums," and we reconnected there. But I've known Tyler for a really long time. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool. And then how did you acquire Jamil when Brody left and you guys were looking for a new bass player? How did that hook up happen?
So I was just doing some creeping on like Facebook and like looking at some like Utah music networks, whatever it was, something like that, like Band Members United, whatever the heck it is. And
Some Facebook group.
and I went deep. I went like back like 3 years looking for like a reggae bass player, and someone had recommended him in one of the posts. I'm like, oh, checked it out, looked into it, messaged him. I messaged a couple people.
Right.
Some actually ended up working out and stuff like that. But yeah, then he's like, yeah, dude, I'll try it out. Came and cool dude, fucking fit right in, and then played amazing bass, so it just worked out nice. So
Heck yeah, man. And you guys released a track, Better Days, under the I've got to ask you, so you know Alific, and you guys are signed to his label of that, is that right?
it's not like a label or anything. It's more like a releasing on Spotify.
Okay, so he's just helping you push.
I
He's
think
like a
they're like-
promoter.
Yeah, I guess like a new age kind of label. Like back in the day, you get signed to a label, right?
Yeah.
Now, like you're releasing under somebody's label, just to kind of help you get a bigger boost across like an audience. Stuff
Right.
But yeah, it's Best Days, and yeah, just released that back in July.
Right. And you guys just recently hit over 50,000 streams, I hear.
Sure.
Yeah, congratulations, man.
Badass, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's featured on that in a certain part of the track, if I remember right. Because I think before you released it, you had us up there doing that
Just-
part
hey,
when
well-
we did it. Yeah, just
Yeah,
for
talk about you guys be on that
Well,
song.
that was such a
It was awesome, dude. It was great.
Mentioned Hooray Hoo Vibe Merchant show at Kamikazes, man. We had the horns from Hooray Hoo, and Zach wrote a verse and got up there. That was such a great time, man. I really enjoyed that.
We do. I felt kind of bad
Most def.
because the sound engineer had no idea I was going to be doing that, and yeah, so like I guess my mic was turned off for most of it, but
Oh, damn.
yeah. I didn't know, but anyway. But no, that's cool. And so how did you meet up with him? Like how'd you guys end up getting to know that guy?
To my recollection, because I swear I have the hardest time like remembering how I met somebody. Like it's just like it just happens one day. All of a sudden, you're friends. You're talking to somebody on the phone. Like, how did I meet you? I don't know, but like
years go by, and you're like, hey,
yeah,
I don't
exactly.
remember how that happened. Yeah,
actually, I think I do recollect when I first met him. So I was looking at like some. Have you heard of like backstage lessons on? You just go on the computer online and like find like lessons. It's actually the drummer of Stick Figure runs this company.
Okay, I haven't heard of it. No, but I'm all ears now.
On there, and they can list themselves as they can provide lessons for people. So like,
oh, okay,
Jackson from the Elevators does vocal lessons on there. Like Kevin Kevin will do like drum lessons on there, and Lithic was on there for doing like engineering and like just sound quality and stuff like that. And,
okay,
like, mastering and stuff like that. So like I reached out to him. I was just like, hey man, can we have a session, stuff like that, and like paid for a session, like 'cause I was looking it for our song Darkest Seas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Then got him to kind of come along and kind of just look at our song, check it out. What's the word I'm looking for? Analyze it.
Right. Critique it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And then from there, we kind of just developed like a friendship. Like it just like, I don't know, we started talking back and forth. Like, hey man, maybe you should do our songs in the future, stuff like that. And it just kind of took off from there. But yeah, long story short, that's pretty much how we met there.
Well, I think it was a good thing, like I think he was pivotal in getting you guys like a nice jump right out of the gate. And
going to be a nicer dude.
Right. Yeah. And I haven't met him personally yet, but hopefully maybe one day I will. But he seems just like a really cool dude. You guys play a lot of shows. What are some of the places you guys like to play? I know you play Funk and Dive. You play Kamikazes. I know you play, what is it? What's that beer company out there in Ogden that?
His own distillery?
Yeah. That one.
Yeah,
that one. I've actually seen you guys play there. And then I've even seen you at the Arts Festival out there in Ogden as well.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. So, what do you guys you guys are actively gigging then? I take it.
Yeah. What's the next one?
April 3rd. We're playing Reggae Thursday at Hogwallow.
Yeah.
In Salt Lake.
Yeah, Hogwallow. That's where's that at? Is it the mouth of the canyon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
April 3rd. You're in my hood, and I'm going to be out of town.
Oh man.
You need to reschedule it for the next week. I'm sorry.
More to come. We'll get plenty out there, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, we actually play a show tomorrow. Remember, we were originally going to play on the 28th.
Oh yeah, like that for tomorrow.
Yeah,
you're like, oh right, yeah, we got a gig tomorrow.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, this episode won't be in time to promote that one.
Yeah.
We don't want to compete with the Elevators. So
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I got you. And I thought in that tomorrow, your guys' show. So you guys are playing at the Elevator show?
No. We canceled the show.
Oh, you canceled your own gig? Like, sorry, man, I got to go to this concert.
Yes, there's a band in Salt Lake, a couple of great dudes, Dub Nectar, and they set up
Nectar. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Newborn Slaves?
I have not. No. Oh, okay. So, but I have heard of Dub Nectar. Actually, I think that name rings a bell.
Yeah. Bunch of cool dudes. Though. They play some really good groovy like reggae as well, like a lot of Sublime covers, stuff like that. But they were gonna host us out there at Ice House, and we kind of started talking like, the Elevators is playing that day, right? Like we might not get that big of a crowd because everyone's gonna go. So like we kind of mutually just decided to change the date, and we're still trying to work out a new date to kind of play together. But we'll get something figured out in the future.
And I'll keep you posted, man. Anytime you guys are down here in Salt Lake, I'll try to make sure that I'm there because that's my neighborhood.
Especially Ice House is such a great club. That's one of my favorite venues.
Looks great.
Yeah. Well, and I think Funk and Dive too, and I think he's owned by the same guy. Like I guess the guy owns the same two bars. So, but yeah, Jeff. Is that his name, Jeff?
Yeah, he's the booker.
Yeah. I can't remember. I think it's Anyway, so I just wanted to bring that up for those that are like DIY artists and stuff. It's actually kind of important when you're booking gigs to kind of fill out the schedule with everybody else doing stuff because that makes sense because you guys are like a rock reggae band. Then you have a rock reggae group like Elevators coming in concert the same night. You're right. It'd probably draw like a lot of your fans are also going to be fans of Elevators. And that's something you should consider when you're booking a gig. It's hard to know when you're booking 3 months out, but
yeah, you'll never know. Cause like some of these big guys, they don't book their shows or at least release their schedule until like early on. Right. So like you have like 2 months, a month ahead of time that
right.
start coming out. So yeah, we try to look for that, but
I know you can't always. Sometimes it's a hit or miss. Like sometimes you just can't help it because, they may not even have a date in Utah, but they're like, oh, we got this extra day, we should try and get a gig here, and so the promoter works through. Yeah, so right on, man. So you guys working on any new material?
yeah, honestly, I mean, between all of us, I think we all have some great stuff that kind of up our sleeves. But like after this album gets done, which we should be done, hopefully to push it in the summertime, which we're just mainly focusing on this right now and really making sure it's all fine tuned to get out there. But I mean, I think the next album will probably push 17, 20 songs with how much we have of new material coming out. Like he's got a lot he's written. I've got a lot I've written. He's coming up with some cool bass lines over here. He slaps the hell out of the cool drums back there, makes some cool beats. So, we all
bangs with the stick.
What does the creative process look like for you guys when you guys are you're at rehearsal? Is it one person mostly coming up with the ideas for the tunes to build around, or does everybody kind of bring their own flavor and say, oh, I've got a riff, let's work this? How does it usually roll?
You guys want to step up?
We haven't really done much writing together, honestly. Tyler kind of wrote all these songs, and we kind of, started learning those, playing those, and when we jam together, we just kind of start jamming. Someone just plays something, and then we just kind of go with the flow, I guess. But mainly we're coming with the ideas, and we back his ideas up pretty much lately, ever since we started. Should I say? Since I joined the band anyway.
Yeah. And needless to say, I've been looking forward to just getting back into the creative process where it's everybody getting involved, because it is kind of like my songs from back in the day.
Right.
I'm kind of ready to move on from them, get to more of a creative process where we're all part of the process, and I'm looking forward to that too.
Nice.
So.
And how has Jamil's addition kind of shaped has the sound evolved a little bit with adding him in, or is he pretty much, are you just kind of throwing down the lines that are already there?
Kind of brings out Thunder Muff,
Yeah, he's been using the
Thunder Muff.
Yeah.
I got some distortion on his bass, which is the first time we've had that in the band, that's for sure.
Yeah, so it definitely brings
Is that by design, or was that just like...
Yeah, I turned the big muff on purpose, right?
Yeah, he's definitely got it from Rage and Peanut from 311.
Yeah. Okay.
But I definitely like a lot of dead space and music with bass, especially.
Right.
Come back in.
Right. Well, it's powerful. So if you know how to do that effectively, it can be a powerful mover. You guys said you have 17, 20 songs in the hopper.
That's at least of the ones I've written. So I mean, he's got songs. He's got some cool things we've kind of built off of already. So we have a whole array. Like, who knows if all those make the album or not? Like, well,
yeah, I was gonna say either that or make 2 albums. you know, like sandbag one and then save the rest for another album, and then give you time to work on new stuff. I don't know. You guys do what you want, but that's a heavy album, a 20-song album.
It is heavy. I mean,
especially this day and age.
Exactly.
Right. That's unheard of, really. Yeah.
I used to respect when bands used to do that, though, like push out like 17 song albums, like 311's like Transistor,
right?
Whatever it may be, right? But I mean, yeah, you're right. It's a dying these days.
Well, and that's like I was actually talking back and forth with Miklos earlier today when I was letting him preview one of the songs that we got coming out. But we were talking back and forth about just the streaming platforms and how they kind of shape the way musicians behave. Yeah. And it's frustrating for me anyway. And so I think this year I'm going to take a completely different approach with that, especially the DSPs. I'm like, you know what? I'll throw my songs up there, but I'm not going to put too much of my focus in that. I want to kind of steer it towards a more personal connection with the fans.
Nice.
What's your guys' plans then? Like, you're just going to be doing gigs and writing music, and when you guys do recordings, do you actually go to, because you recorded at Olympic Studio in California?
Yeah, like part of his studio. Do you want to tell that story? Yeah, so we went to San Diego, and we actually stayed at Olympic house. Basically, just camped out at his house, and then during the first 2 days, the first day was at, I don't remember what the guy's name was. Andrew. Yeah, he was the Tribal Seeds. What did he do? He their album. Yeah, he was in Hyrie. He did like trumpet or trombone for Hyrie. Yeah. And he actually just he records and he's a sound engineer in the Tribal Seed studio. Yeah. So we recorded at his studio at his house. We recorded drums and guitar there. The first day was all drums, so it was a good 9 hours of drums.
Nice.
Needed a guitar the next day. My amp was in the bathroom, but yeah.
Well, hey, sometimes that works to get
It
the better
actually
acoustics
sounded
and
really
stuff.
cool. It did. It sounded great.
Yeah, like I always tell this story when Hooray Who did we did like a little EP 3-song release or whatever. We tracked with an old friend of ours that is an engineer that did the Hooray Who stuff way back, like 20 something years ago.
Is this Bruce Kirby?
That would be the
That's
Bruce
the
Kirby.
man.
Yeah, that'd be the
Hey.
guy.
Oh, did you tell you?
Yeah. So, but he set up the mic for singing, and he set it in his hallway, and there's no rugs, there's no treatment. It's just echoey, and I was scratching my head like, this is completely opposite from a vocal booth, and I was like, well, I will try it out, and it came out really good. Like he nailed it. So
We ended up using the same spot to record the horns.
Nice. Is that a whole digitalia? Nice. Well, recorded in that hallway right there. That's cool.
yeah.
On the right
So
side.
yeah, he's a cool dude. Actually, we're gonna have him on the show later on this year. So
Nice.
yeah. And so all right. So you guys have a few gigs coming up then, or you got plans? How far out do you guys book gigs?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to start. We want to definitely start pushing more to getting some more booked. Definitely want to fill up the summer, right? I mean, kind of get some movement going, get some just shows lined up to have fun, right? It's just fun in the summertime, and whether it's out of state like Boise, even Colorado, because I think you got some connections out there.
Yeah.
Wherever it'd just be fun.
Like regional?
I think that's on the horizon. Is just kind of putting that into full motion.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, like you said, we've just been focusing on like making sure everything's fine tuned for all the songs we're pushing out, because we really want to get that out for the summertime. That's kind of the goal right now. So kind of a combination of that, I think,
Right.
going on right now, and then future horizons there. We're gonna go back down to San Diego and record the next album. So.
All right. So
That
you
doesn't
guys
stop,
plan on
man.
you guys plan on doing the retracking of this album like this spring here in the next few months, or maybe hopefully get it done in the summer? Like, what's your plans for that? Or is it just kind of an open invitation? Like, Elliptic's like, call me when you're ready.
It's all pretty much done. But it's just like we're just kind of like waiting on schedules to kind of line up, because he's touring here and there too. Like he's actually about to go on a tour here on the 11th of March, 3/11 day.
Okay.
And once he gets back from there, then it's like really gonna hit the ground running, get it all out, release a single, another single. So we should have 2 singles before the album comes out, and then album release in the summertime.
Nice.
Right on.
Nice.
So where can fans find your music, and what social platforms are you most present on?
Yeah, all the major streaming services, obviously, like Spotify, Apple, YouTube Music, whatever's out there.
Deezer.
Deezer.
I almost said-
forget the Deezer.
Listen to.
But yeah, we were present on like Instagram and Facebook too, as much of a haul as we can be. But probably should be better on that. But we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like
It can be exhausting.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, you have to put on so
Yeah.
many damn hats. Like, you
That's
can't
true.
just be a musician anymore. You have to be a T-shirt salesman. You have to be an engineer. You have to be a social media manager.
So like speaking of merch and whatnot, like when you guys finish up this album, is it just going to be released digitally, or do you plan to have physical media available at shows?
It's a good question. I don't know. We'll see what's worth the investment, I guess. But if there's a demand for it, why not? I think it'd be cool to have some kind of physical thing just for us personally. So I mean, that's definitely on the books. But
I mean, it's definitely on the pricey side, but man, it's
Yeah.
with the resurgence that vinyl is seeing, man.
I was
Yeah,
going
it's
to
like-
ask you guys, have you guys ever heard of a site called Elastic Stage? You need to look them up. So they actually will do pressings of CD and vinyl on demand. So you can steer fans to that. And that's like $35, I think, for a vinyl. And you just upload the artwork, the music or whatever, and they can go to there and purchase it, and they just print it one at a time and ship it
Vinyl
directly
on
to them.
demand, man.
I want to do one just for me.
Yeah,
Of my
I do
music,
too,
but
please.
yeah, that's an option too, but yeah, I don't know. I think if you guys is playing as often as you guys do, a purchase of on-hand media, physical media that you would sell at shows, it would be advantageous. I think you guys would be able to, like, the biggest worry about that is you just don't want, like, a garage full of boxes of CDs you can't sell.
I think vinyls is probably a good idea though. I mean, those are always in season, right? So people are always using those still.
Yeah. Well, and it's kind of like a thing coming back, like for example, my 11-year-old daughter for Christmas wanted a record player,
Wow.
so yeah. And so she got two records. They're both Taylor Swift, but like I'm not going to hold that against her, but it was just cool that she got into it. And then
shake it off, baby. Shake it off, man.
And I got to show her how to use one, and yeah, so it was kind of cool because I remember my parents showing me how to use one. So it was kind of that hand down thing. But yeah, so records are a thing for sure. I think it's more novelty than anything, but I think Gen Z or Gen Alpha, I should say, they're kind of like into the stuff that we grew up on, like it's like this kind of this weird, like turning around a way of thinking, other than the slang. I can't understand half the words that they say, but
Right.
yeah, she tries to explain it to me, but I'm like, yeah, no,
I just know that my kids tell me that I'm not allowed to say shit like skibbity Ohio Riz. They cringe.
Right.
They cringe and say, Dad, don't say that. I said, okay.
Yeah. They're like, you're definitely not slay.
Then you don't get to use any of the terms you learn on Stranger Things. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. So I got to ask you guys, this is a personal ask, that one of the things that our band Z Frequency wants to do is start playing live gigs, and we're trying to figure out how that's going to work because, like you, Tyler, I've written these songs like years ago, and instead of having like a band together doing rehearsals like you guys just did, I just would send the tracks out, because everyone that I've talked to, they all have their own studio. So I send a track out, say, hey, do you want to play the guitar on this? Sure. And then they record it in their studio and then send it back, and then do a mix in here. Some of the stuff I do in here, like horns and vocals and stuff, but trying to do it live is like a whole different thing. Like that's a whole new band, right? So then I got to find a whole new set of musicians and be like, yeah, I'll play live. And so the nice thing about that is all of that could be backing tracks where it needs to be, so I could even just do a karaoke version of the whole show with me. Not that would ever happen, but so we could add a couple members here and there. Anyway, long story short, I'm trying to make that all work. And then when we get a show together, I'm going to ask right now on the podcast, would you guys let us like go under your wing and open up for you guys on a show or two? Sweet. Because I was kind of counting on you guys to say yes. So I was like, I know they'll say yes, but I have to be polite and ask, like just crashing your party. Hey, I'm coming and I'm going to open up for you guys. But
hell yes, let's make it happen. Let's get out in the cool venue in Salt Lake or something, or whatever works best.
Yeah, so I wanted to do 3 shows, maybe 3 shows a year. I want to do an Ice House gig. I want to do a Funk and Dive gig, and I'd love to play up the Cash bar up in Logan.
Definitely.
Yeah. So those like, I don't want to play like a lot, unless it's something we're having a blast with. But yeah, so. And maybe every now and then when like another band, it's like, hey, we need an opening slot, and we're all available or whatever, I might do something like that. But the plan is at least 3 bar gigs and maybe an all age show somewhere. I have no idea where all age venues are these days, other than like
there's a new one in South Ogden. I cannot remember the name of it right now, but it's
Black Lung Society.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They actually started in Salt Lake, and
really?
we played there.
We played there with Matamoska.
Okay,
that's right, and a bunch of some other ska bands.
Well, it was
a garage. The sound was horrible. There was no. I mean, it sounded better outside than inside, because it was just like it was loud and everything was just bouncing off the walls and stuff. So I don't know what it sounds like their new venue. Hopefully it sounds better, but
here's the deal though. You guys got to jump up and play Best Days with us though.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. Count on it.
I mean,
anytime.
I got to learn the Lithics. I got to learn the Lithics lines.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, I can do that.
I mean, really, the horns in it isn't a whole lot different than what you guys played. We played it together. Same notes and everything. Yeah.
Really? Yeah. So
we loved what you guys did with us. We were like, dude, I don't want to change it very much.
Yeah. And I would love to do a collab with you guys, like maybe trade verses on like a track that we'll do, and maybe whatever. We should not just do it at a show, but maybe throw a track on or something. That would be cool.
I want to throw down guitar for you one of these days. And
absolutely, Mick. Yeah. Like I sent out an invite to Mick, and then I lost touch with him. And I was like, oh, I guess it's not going to happen. So I ended up getting Wim Becker to do it. And then Mick's like, hey, I'm still ready. I'm like, oh, damn, I already got somebody. So I'm like, next one. Yeah. But it's going to happen, bro. I'm all about, I think I have more guitarists in the lineup for Z Frequency than any other instrument.
Yeah, makes sense.
But I love it though, because I've got to a point where I recognize certain styles, right? Like they have their own signature to their style of playing and stuff like that. So depending on the song, I'll be like, oh, this is a song for so-and-so, or this is a song for so-and-so. And it's actually worked out pretty good that way. So there'll be one coming. I know. Anytime I see you, I think 311. Like I just think 311, you know, so I'm like, okay, I get a 311 vibe thing going. I'm definitely give you a buzz, man. Absolutely.
And I will get it done quickly this time. I was going through a rough time. I'm sure.
Hey, no, dude. No judgment.
No judgment. And from us to you, Mick, man, kudos, bro. Like good on you for pulling through the rough times and getting your shit straight and moving forward, man. It's a hell of a thing, man. It's not easy. And we're absolutely glad that you're doing all right, man.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
For real.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. Quick intermission, folks. We've curated a Spotify playlist called The Guest List, showcasing the incredible artists who grace our show with their talent and stories. Dive deeper into their music. Plus, discover exclusive tracks by Z Frequency. Click the link in the description or search for The Guest List on Spotify. Enjoy, and back to the show.
So let's back it up a little bit. Do you guys remember a point in your life? We like to call it the aha moment, when like whether it was at a show or listening to an album or a certain experience where it kind of clicked inside and you said, "Holy shit, this is what I want to do."
You want to start?
Yeah. Do you listen to Incubus if you were here for the first time?
Great song.
I would say.
I could see that. I could still listen to that song going, oh, yeah, absolutely. How about you, Lance?
God, I'd have to go back to probably like early high school. I was playing with a band that played like a bunch of Sublime covers and, you know.
What was the name of that band?
Livin'.
Yeah, that's right. It had Brandon Giles as a bass player,
bass player. Mike McDonough.
Yeah.
Put them right back.
Yeah, and it just playing local shows, just like playing I think we played one in the park one time. With just
you played in Kaysville, I think, too, like a pavilion. That was fun.
It was just dope. It was just like it was one of those things where I was like, I think it's when you start feeling the crowd get into what you're doing.
Yep.
Man,
the affirmation, like it, man.
Yeah. The rush of the affirmation.
I can say another time recently, where we got the opportunity to go backstage at Pepper and Iration show, and I got to see my 13-year-old get pulled up on stage with Iration and Pepper, and everybody were doing like a kind of a last song hoorah kind of thing where everybody was on stage, and their trombone player kind of was like, "Come here, bro, come here," and pulled him on stage and handed him a shaker and just let him at a man.
Oh, that is so
vicariously
cool
for a 13-year-old.
Oh man.
So what instrument is he picked up? Yeah. So I was gonna say, it sounds like a new artist is in the midst.
Yeah, we've actually at the farmers market show.
Oh yeah.
Nick jumped on drums at the end and played drums with the guy.
I think I saw a clip of that actually. I think
at Bear Lake too.
At Bear Lake too.
Yeah. No, I love Bear Lake. I just like there's always been that place every now and then where I'd go to a place and be like, man, it'd be so cool to do a show here. Like that's the first thing that comes in my head. And then I'm like, where could you do it? And Bear Lake was one of those. Like I didn't even know a bar existed in Bear Lake, until
I saw you side. That's why.
There you go. Okay. So that's what I mean. Like I remember going to like
with legal adulthood.
Very stomp day or something. And then it was like, they had this like, I don't know, stomp. Remember this high school stomps?
Dances. Yeah. I think
it was dances. Right. And it was like, it was age appropriate. I think it was 17, 18, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
But I was way I was a fish out of the water because I'm wearing my 311 shirt with my Jinko jeans and my long ass chain, long hair, and they're all cowboys. So I was like, I can't get into this. You know what I mean? Everything was fine. It wasn't like there was a fight or anything, but it was just not my thing. And
Coopers or anything?
Yeah, there was no, I never even heard of Coopers, like I said. So
We could check. I don't know. I went there like a couple months ago though, and they had a picture of their face.
Did they? Did they?
Did they with it like next to the dartboard?
Yeah.
Persona non grata.
Next to the garbage cans every time I
Yeah, yeah.
my face.
Oh man, I feel bad now, Lance. I'm sorry, man. You had nothing to do with it, and then
I came here for a good time, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't want to. You guys are
Right
mean.
time.
So Tyler, let's move on to you. What was your aha moment that made you decide, God damn it, I really want to waste my life playing music?
and my money and my time.
So many moments, honestly. There's one that takes me back to my childhood though, probably like junior high time frame. There's this old band around our time that like it's called Random, also based off a 311 song. They're all 311 fans, but they used to go in their basement. They used to have it's every Sunday. They used to have like a scone night. Their parents would make a bunch of scones for everybody to eat. All their friends would come over. We'd all go in the basement. And, like these guys would just jam out their instrumental music. And it was just like the most like just, it's just so cool to watch and like so inspiring to like hear these guys like these musicians like sound so good. I'm just like, dude, I want to do this. Sitting there watching the guitar player change all his effects. I was getting so excited about that. So that really hooked me at a young age. And since then, I mean, going to 311 concerts, watching Tim get up there, it's just like so surreal. It's just like, I was just hooked from a young age there. So also, I gotta get props to my dad. My dad constantly had music going at all times back in the day when I was a kid. Really sucked me into the whole music lifestyle and just loving music in general. So, yeah, big shout out to him.
Rock and roll,
Well,
man.
and to be clear, since we do have the UK connection on either side of you there, when you say scones, you mean the Utah version, which is fried bread, right? Or fried dough? Yeah. Okay. Not a proper British scone, which
That's
is
right.
nothing like that.
The cheap Walmart.
Cheap, yeah,
It is my favorite store.
Right.
Great value one.
Yeah.
What about you, Mick? What made you want to do this thing?
So it was probably 2012. I got really into stick figure. And I started reading about Scott Woodruff's whole journey, like making his own music by himself, the whole 9 yards, how he released a couple albums and then was able to pretty much tour the world and make enough money off those albums to live for a while. And that was pretty much it. I was playing guitar for about 10 years up to that point probably, or I had been playing guitar for about 10 years. And when I read that you can make music by yourself without going to a professional studio and spending thousands of dollars, I was like, what? You can do this now by yourself? And
I know, right?
MacBook, and that was it. And that was the moment where I was like, wow, I can actually make music by myself.
And
Excellent.
and those that don't know, Mick is actually a very qualified and excellent engineer as well,
Hey,
mixing engineer.
you.
Yeah, so
I learned from Bruce Kirby, so
yeah, there you go. He's actually what inspired me to be into to get into engineering too. And it's
Nice.
almost like when I talk to people about engineering and they're like, "Wait, you were a singer?" I'm like, "Yeah." Like singers and engineers, that just doesn't seem like that works, It's usually guitarists or drummers or whatever.
It's
But
usually the singer that wants to strangle the engineer.
yeah,
yeah, right.
Except when something goes wrong and we're like, Mick, what's wrong? What happened to it? Fix it.
right.
Or
Edition.
I think there was a couple of times I think where Zach wanted to punch Bruce's lights out when we were recording that Hooray Who album back in the late 90s, early aughts, and Zach could get done with the take. No, I think you should do it again.
Yeah, that's how you hear
What
it.
was wrong with it?
That's
Yeah,
how- that's-
okay, all right, do it again. All right, that was great. I think you should do it again.
Yeah, that's how you hear it in the headphones. I think you should do it again. Yeah.
I remember one Zach threw down the headphone. God, he took a walk, cooled off, came in, nailed it on the next take.
I was like 30 though.
Yeah, it was take 30.
Yeah, it was like, and I'm like, dude, I don't know what you're hearing. I don't know what. He's like, I'm just not. I know you can do it.
I don't
I'm like,
think I've ever seen Zach that frustrated and pissed off.
and what and I said, what do I need to do? Drop my pants? And he's like, do it. If
And
you
he
think
did.
it'll help. And I did, and that was the take we kept.
Yeah.
Hell
Nice.
So somebody took a picture of me with my just standing there with my pants around my ankles and my boxers.
Hey,
It wasn't the first time that
Any-
Zach had sung with his pants around his ankles.
No, that's true. That's true. I did it at high school and got banned from playing performances at school.
Yeah.
you're the last.
Playing the Chili Peppers, no less.
Yeah, we
Stone Cold Bush.
did a Chili Peppers cover and I did this little dance strip tease thing. And I had gym shorts on.
Started jumping around the stage with his pants around his ankles.
Tripping all over the place. I was just being stupid.
That was good time.
Yeah, well, and then it was like not even, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes after we all got back to class. I get, could I get Mr. Zach Davis to come down to the principal's office, please? Like, oh, here it comes, here comes the other shoe. And the principal was out, but it was the assistant principal, Mr. Green, like Mr. Anderson.
Yeah.
And he's like, nobody thought that was funny. And I'm like, no, everybody thought it was funny.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
why were they all laughing, man?
right. And he's like, well, you did keep clothes on. It wasn't like, he's like, so technically he's all, but you're not going to be invited to play anymore. I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, but yeah.
I wasn't invited to play this. My buddies wanted me to front their front. That's not even my band, man.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, that's actually a true story. So anyway, enough of me. You guys got any shows coming up besides, you said April 3rd. I don't know.
April 3rd at the Hog Wallow.
It may not air by then, but no, it will. Yeah, the show. So people will be able to catch that. And you said it's at the Hog Wallow. Who else are you guys playing with there?
No one there, right?
TBD, yeah.
So you guys set that show up?
Yeah. They offered the whole slot to us, and we were like, man, I'd rather just play. Have somebody.
I'd rather play.
And
I'm old. I want to be done by 9.
Yeah. Split the door with everybody and call it a night there, but it should be something. Should be a good time.
You got to get a band together in 30 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, you're opening up for us. It's like, oh, yeah. No, that's awesome.
Is it Zach? Yeah, Zach that sets up all those shows said that he'll find somebody for us to open up for us. So he says,
nice. Have you guys? I have not been to the Hog Wallow. I hear
it's a really intimate setting.
That's
man.
what
It's
I heard.
really up close. It's really cool vibe there. Not a lot of stage room.
That's what I heard. I heard the stage is a little on the small side.
Great place to drop your pants while you're singing, maybe then.
I think people are so close they probably wouldn't see it. No, seriously, it's packed. Like the videos that I see, it's like everybody's standing in like a size of a bedroom, Yeah, shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, but it's cool though, right? Like the atmosphere is just awesome. And so if everybody's having a good time, like that could be one of those epic shows, right? So I was going to ask you guys, like, what shows that have you done recently that you can recall where you were just like everything was in the pocket? You know what I mean? Like everybody's in sync. You're feeling the vibe. The crowd's feeling the vibe. Do you guys recall a show recently that was like that?
Yeah, last night, but the crowd was my cats.
Your cats.
Hey man, they're very discerning, man.
I say the Pinto Aaron Wolf show was that's good. It was really good.
Where at?
It was at Kamikazes. We opened for Mike Pinto and Aaron Wolf.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. I couldn't make that gig. I love Mike Pinto too, man. But did he do like a full band or was it like an acoustic thing that he did?
But his band members got sick or something. So it was like the rest of the another band that was playing there. I can't remember what band it was. It was a
had to fill in.
Band that he ran.
Oh yeah. They just filled in for the sick band members.
Yeah.
Wow.
They learned the songs like that morning, I guess.
Yeah, they're based
wild, man.
Learned it on the way there. One time we did have an epic show at Bear Lake, though. That was a good time. We had a good show up there. Oh, yeah. Really solid performance we all did up there one time. And just fun. That's just fun atmosphere. Obviously playing in front of the lake. Everyone's having a good time on the balcony. Or the Halloween show was pretty fun, too. I forgot.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween. We did a Halloween show at Roosters B Street.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Roosters B Street.
Yep. On the top level or whatever.
Yeah. We did a costume party show.
That's right. I think I've seen videos of that. I don't think I was at. Was I at that show?
No,
I was at a different one. Mike Olesko and I showed up to see you guys. Yeah, it was me and Mike, and we came to see you guys, and it was cool. I don't think it was a Halloween gig though. Maybe it was.
I swear.
Yeah, it was. I remember because Lance is like, "All the guys from who were here," and I was kind of nervous. We're gonna play with you guys later.
Right. Yeah.
Like Austin Powers characters. Yeah.
It was the Halloween show.
Yeah.
It's like,
you guys don't normally dress like that?
Yeah, I think it was, okay.
I don't normally shave off my beard for a Halloween costume, no. That was rough.
Right. Well, no, you guys were all in, like, there was you guys were all in theme, weren't you?
Yeah. We were all Austin Powers. I was
That's right. Okay, that's right. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Well, lost him up today. We almost lost him.
Oh.
What happened? What'd you do, Jamil?
Oh, no, just sent it off kind of a lip at Alta and took a major crash, but popped up. No injuries.
He went French.
Oh, okay. You're a skier. Okay.
He French fried when he should have pizza.
Little French fry. Yeah.
Now, yeah, I was gonna say if you said Alta, and I'm like, well, he's obviously not a snowboarder because I don't think snowboarders are allowed up in Alta. Mike's like, no.
Yeah.
Oh, we do.
I actually used to ski until I was 13, and then I seen everybody snowboarding, and I was like, that's what I want to do. And I spent a couple of years learning how to do that.
This guy was a pro snowboarder about too.
Yeah, I was trying to be a pro.
I like caught my edge and broke my tailbone, and years went by, and I'm like looking at my snowboard gear, and I'm like, you know what, I'm never gonna do this again. So I sold it all.
They're expensive these days too. If you're not going a whole bunch.
Right.
If you want to like tour and play music all the time, like you can't break your hands, break your feet. So it's like, is it worth the risk at the same time? You know,
Right.
Stay away from it for that reason. But
Right. Well, and then, like our bass player, he's a snowboarder, and he boards all the time. And then when with Hooray Hoo anyway, and then with the we ended up acquiring another guy, trombone player, Kevin Tall, in that band. He's another one that snowboards as well, I believe. But yeah, so everything's a risk. You know what I mean? That's why it's like enjoy the moment, But I'm glad to see that you guys are back and at it, because I know the last song that you guys actually released as a single was Best Days, wasn't it?
yeah, back in July.
So you guys are going on like 6 months or a little over 6 months since the release. So it's good to see you guys back in the saddle. I know you guys have played gigs up to that point, but so you guys just plan on promoting that on all the socials or whatever as that comes along. And
yeah, of course. Yeah, we'll push it out for sure. Push it pretty heavy. Definitely be more consistent on our end too. Now that everything's kind of in the chamber, ready to be let out. I mean, we just got to kind of get it all finalized, and like they'll start dropping one after another. We have Nice and Slow. It's gonna be the name of the song. It's gonna be coming out here probably. I don't know if we get ahead of myself. Maybe end of April. Something
okay.
And then we'll release another song after that, and then the album. And then back down to San Diego to make some cool memories again, because it's been a blast every time we've gone down there. And so we have some really cool stories from the last time we went down there. I don't know if you guys have time.
Yeah. I actually asked you guys to send a couple of pics and stuff, and I'll throw those up for everyone to check out of you guys down there. So so when you guys have already tracked most of this album then, or is this something?
It's pretty much there. It's just like so go through each song and fix a few things here and there and stuff. Yeah.
All right. It's patchwork. Yeah. So okay. So when Lance was saying I spent 9 hours, 1 day or 2 days or whatever, that was recording the album.
Yeah, we got it all done there within like 3 days down there. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah. I've done that before with Bruce.
Yeah,
it is nuts.
Yeah, pretty much every time we were in the studio with Bruce, whether it be between Catfish and Hooray Hoo, man, it was like marathon sessions and sleep deprivation and lots and lots of caffeinated beverages.
Yes, and it would smell like fart in armpit and
smelled fab, baby, feet, ass, and breath.
Yes, that hot, humid. Everyone's like,
why does it smell like breath?
Poor Bruce, man.
Right, but so what's the best way for people to reach you for bookings or collabs or whatever, man? What's the most direct route to get in touch with you guys?
Socials right now. I mean, we have our information. We do have a website, vibemerchantmusic.com. You can reach out there. It's got the email on there, which is vibemerchantmusic.com. That's right. Or we got obviously the socials. You can just DM the Vibe Merchant page, and we'll respond to you.
So when it comes to the socials, do you guys spend more time on, let's say, Instagram or TikTok or Facebook? Is there one that you prefer? Well, TikTok, shit, I don't even know if it'll be around in another month. Just
Instagram, Facebook. Those are the two main.
Okay.
Right now, but yeah.
Cool. Right on. I just want to say thanks for being on the show. We'll have to have you guys back when you get closer to your album release, and I hope to share the stage with you guys soon.
Yeah,
man. Look forward to mixing it up with you guys again, man.
Yeah, let's make it happen.
That was one of the coolest moments for me, honestly, was when we played that song together, just looking around with 8 people on stage.
Yeah, you're like, oh,
this
looks like a Hooray Hoo band.
Hey, man. Hey, everything's better with a horn section, baby.
I agree. 100%.
Nice. All right, well, gentlemen, thank you for being on the podcast, and I appreciate you. And much love to all you guys. And Jamil, yeah, it was great to meet you, man.
Yeah, you too, man. Thank you.
All right.
And,
we'll see you guys soon.
Yep. Oh, wait, one more time, real quick. Your plug is April 3rd at the Hog Wallow, and that is in Cottonwood, Salt Lake
Heights.
City.
Yeah, it's not too far from the mouth of Big Cottonwood. It's
right.
just
If I remember right, it's like on your way
the
up
old
to
mill
the canyon.
area.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, come out. We'll put on a good show for you. So
Sounds good, man.
Righteous.
All right, gentlemen, we'll take care. Peace out.
See ya.
That was such an awesome conversation with Vibe Merchant. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Absolutely. Make sure to check out their music on all the streaming platforms. We'll drop the links to their music below in the description, so it's easy to find.
And don't forget to sign up for our mailing list at www.zhzpodcast.com to get all the latest updates, exclusive content, and behind-the-scenes news from the ZHZ Podcast.
Thank you for tuning in, and we'll catch you next time.